Okay, so just to recap our first lesson, we talked about Siman HeAsui Lidares, which is a Siman that is prone to be trampled on. We have a two-way machloket. According to Rabbah with a Hey, it's not a Siman, lo have a Siman, therefore the finder can keep it because it's eventually going to be trampled on. And according to Rava, it is a Siman and he must return it. And hence, they quote a Mishnah, our Mishnah, that says, bundles of wheat in Krichot in Rishut Harabim, in public property, Hare Elu Shelo, Rishut HaYachid, but if you find it in private property, then it must be announced. On this, the Gemara asks a question. Hey Chidami. Hey Chidami means, what are the circumstances in this case? There we go. What are the circumstances in the case? The Gemara wants to really know, what are we talking about? We asked the same question with Yehush Midat, if you remember. We gave the Yehush Midat opinions, Abaya and Rava, and then the Gemara want to know, like, what are we talking about? What's the situation over here? So, if the item that is in question does not have a siman, then Birshut HaYachid my machris. Then what does this mean over here when the Mishnah said that these bundles of wheat in private property, notelu machriz, you must be announced? If there's no siman, then why in the world are you announcing it? So that's, the Gemara is wondering, if the item does not have a siman, then why am I announcing it in private property? So let's type up those notes. And of course you can always pause this to type it up yourself, or write it up yourself. If there is no siman on the wheat, ideleit behu siman, then what am I announcing in private property? Bishut hayachid, my machris. There's nothing to announce. It's clearly I can keep it. So the Gemara therefore concludes and says, or it has to be talking about el alav. Rather, it must be deit behu siman. These bundles of wheat have a siman. Must be they have a siman. Bekatani, yet, our Mishnah said, Bishut harabim, in public property, Hare Elu Shelo. The person can keep it. If something has a siman, and at the same time, I'm saying that a person can keep an object that has a siman, it must be Siman HeAsui Lidares lo have siman. That this siman is going to be prone to be trampled on. It won't be recognizable, and it's not a siman. Because otherwise, how am I able to keep it? How is the finder able to keep something that actually has a siman? It must be that it's going to be trampled on. And that's a tiyufta de Rava. That means it's a refutation. It disproves Rava. Rava was the one who said that it is a siman, and the finder is not allowed to keep it. You have to announce it. But here we're saying, our Mishnah clearly says the finder is allowed to keep it. How can he keep it if there is a siman? Because the siman is going to be trampled on. And that disproves Rava. Let's type that up. Like we said, Ela delav it siman. Rather, the case must be that the wheat has a siman. It means it has a siman. Let means it doesn't have a siman. Ela lav de it siman. The wheat has a siman. Bekatani, and that we learn in the Mishnah, Birshut harabim hare elu shelo, that the person who finds bundles of wheat in public property, it belongs to him. Alama, we see from here, Siman HeAsui Lidares lo have siman, that a siman that will be trampled on is not a good siman, and that is a tiyufta de Rava. That this refutes Rava's opinion, because Rava said above that it is a siman. So again, we were able to deduce from the Mishnah that the wheat in our case for sure cannot be talking about that it doesn't have a siman, because otherwise, why am I announcing it in private property? There's nothing to announce. So therefore, it must be the it behu siman. The Gemara at this stage is saying that there is a siman on the wheat, and yet the law is that you can keep it in public property. And if you can keep it in public property, it must be that this is a siman that is going to be trampled on. And it's not a good siman. Because if it was a good siman, then why would you be allowed to keep it? You wouldn't be allowed to keep it. So it's obviously not a good siman, and this disproves Rava, who says above that a siman HeAsui Lidares, a siman that is going to be trampled on, he says is a good siman. That's why this is a refutation of that.